to day 5 of the Blaze Virtual Summit. I am Dr. Makita Moore. I'm a holistic therapist, a mindset coach, a life coach, a spiritual guide, a meditation instructor, and the CEO and founder of the Soul Powerful Wellness Collective, which is a virtual space I created to support you in your meditation journey and really help you unlock your power. And I just want to start by thanking the Blaze family for creating this amazing event. I hope you all have enjoyed all of the phenomenal, wise, beautiful, intelligent speakers we've had. I'm seeing everybody come in the chat, sending everybody peace and love. I hope y'all are feeling amazing. I hope y'all are feeling so amazing. Yes. So on this 5th day, I can't believe we're already at day 5. On this 5th day, I wanted to bring to you all an important message and meditation, of course. I know I got the sound bowls, so I'm going to bring the good sound bath vibrations to y'all today. But I wanted to share a message about the mindset that will allow us to bend in life and not break, that can allow us to embrace all that life has. Okay, so if you want to take notes, feel free to take notes throughout this. Feel free to drop any comments in the chat, and we'll also have time at the end for questions, as you all know. Okay, so just a little background on myself. Like I said, I am Dr. Makita Moore. I'm clinically trained as a clinical psychologist. I was trained in the United States. However, last year, I moved to the continent of Africa and I made my new home in Tanzania. And I did so because there was a part of me yearning for a life of greater peace, of prosperity, of peace and I'm laughing at the comments in the chat. Peace and prosperity, abundance and freedom. And that's exactly what I discovered. And in moving and creating that environment, I've gotten to witness a whole other unexpected level of my own evolution and healing. And in healing and unlocking my own light, I've been able to continue to transform and assist others in their transformation. So, I'm sharing this because I want you all to also know that no matter where spirit is calling you, please go, sis. Please go where spirit is calling you, no matter how crazy it might seem, no matter how wild it might seem, no matter what. But there is something beautiful for you waiting there, So trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. And my mission in doing what I do is to awaken each and every one of you to your power, awaken you to the truth of who you are. Okay, so that way you can take up space like the goddess that you are. You can take up space. You can shine your light on the world like you intended when you came here. Because that is when you are yourself and when you're walking in your truth and your power, you are so beautiful. And that is what we need. We need more of that. And know that you are supported in walking in your truth. And I know it's from personal experience. Your life will transform when you walk in your truth. Everything that you dream will become a reality because now you are aligned with it. Okay. Now, today's message is all about how can we develop and maintain a mindset of faith and flexibility. Okay. We're gonna need both of those pieces because life be lifing. Okay. I know life be lifing. And as melanated women, we epitomize strength and resilience. But I also know that we appreciate some softness as well. So through what I'm going to share today, I hope that you can find that balance of recognizing how strong you are, yes, but also recognizing that being soft and being flexible is something that you can embrace as well. And it's when you do that, things will begin to flow. We don't have to be in resistance and conflict. We don't have to be in the drama and the trauma. Okay, we can leave that for the TV, but in our personal lives, we don't need all of that. Okay. Now, the biggest thing I want to share with you all is that our power in living this life And getting out of life what we want to get out is embracing all of life. That's the major key here, is embracing all that life brings. Because I personally believe that when we came into this world, we came to experience, right? And all experiences are valuable, right? Including the good, the bad, the experiences that are up, that are down, the dark, the light, left, the right. All of it is simply experience. And that experience is what has expanded you. You are who you are today based off of the experiences that you went through, right? And I know some of them we could have been like, I could do without that one, right? I get it. But the key is recognizing that we came here to experience life. And sometimes it has been those harshest of experiences that have unlocked something so powerful and beautiful within us. Let me know in the chat if you can recall something that was so harsh or scary or uncertain that unlocked something so powerful. Was it a rock bottom moment for you that unlocked something powerful that has been a catalyst in your life? Right? So sometimes it is these hard, rough things, going through the mud, that unlocks something powerful within us. And when we can approach life with the mindset of, I'm here for the experience, then that means when these experiences happen, we can pull out the value. We don't look at this experience as evidence that I'm unworthy and that my dreams aren't going to happen. No, we see this experience and we say, okay, what can I gain from this? Right? When we approach life like that, what can I gain from this? With everything? One, you're not going to suffer, right? Yes, you'll have some pains and some hardships, but the suffering piece, that's a choice, ladies. Suffering is a choice, right? The suffering is the value that you're assigning to it. The pain, yeah, pain is inevitable, but the suffering is a choice. Okay. So when we can develop a mindset of faith and flexibility, embracing all that life has, we can align ourselves and walk and receive all that is destined for us, because there are beautiful things destined for each and every one of us. Okay. So we want to choose to have this mindset. We want to choose, yes, let the suffering end. Suffering is a choice. Absolutely. When we develop this mindset, we take control over our life, right? I want to paint an example. If there's any gamers in the house, I'm sure we've all, have played video games at some point in time. Okay. When you're playing a video game and a challenge comes up, you're like, okay, let's go. Right. Because I know once I complete this challenge, I'm going to get a coin. I'm going to get some type of new ability. I'm going to get some type of new weapon or whatever it is, something that's going to help me to continue to rise to the next level. So when we're playing a video game, we realize that when a challenge comes to me, it's going to unlock something that's going to assist me in my journey to getting to the victory, the goal. So what happens if we did that same thing in our lives? If we adopted that same mindset in our real lives, that every challenge is going to help me unlock something powerful, then we can relieve ourselves of that suffering, okay? So we choose this mindset to allow ourselves to really get the most out of this life experiences. Okay. And the faith piece is trusting that everything is working out for you. Trusting. And sometimes it's more like we have to choose to just keep saying this. We might not believe it. I get it. We might not believe it because we've had some beliefs that have been so ingrained in us of lack and fear and unworthiness. I get it. I've been there. I am there still sometimes, right? But we have to consciously choose to say, I trust that everything is working out for me, right? In what way is this situation working out for me? Okay. So developing this mindset, this is what's going to allow us to thrive in our lives. Okay. So now I want to give you all some tips on how to, so we know what the mindset is, right? Embracing all of life. being flexible and walking by faith, not letting things stop us, right? Not letting things um, uh, um, make us think that what we want isn't going to happen, right? We naturally bend. Look at these beautiful curves all over our bodies. We are like water. We naturally, as women, as melanated women, we bend. The breaking comes from the mind. Our mind is what breaks. We can naturally bend. So, what I'm going to share with you is going to help you to bend and not let that mind break you. Okay. So, the first key is going to be 4. Okay. Know thyself, sis. Know thyself. Know who you are. Okay? Know who you are. I don't care what anyone told you. I don't care what these life experiences told you. Know who you are. Know that you are greatness. Know that you have descended from the greats, the wisest, most powerful ones. And at anything, just know that you are a creator, right? You are a creator in your business, in your life, and whatever it is. But at the root of it, you are the portal of life into this world, whether you have bored children, have not had children, plan to have children. You have the capability of being the portal of life into this world. Knowing that, you should never ever doubt yourself. Remind yourself you are the portal of life. Without you, this thing would not be happening. And of course, being a melanated woman, we are the center of influence, of creativity, right? Of beauty. So know thyself. Know that you are a powerful creator. Know that you are your ancestors. Know that they are walking with you. Know that you are never alone. And when you come with that energy, you continue to remind yourself of that energy. Then, what you look like, the skills you have, that's just the cherry on top. Knowing thyself, knowing that you are this powerful spirit being, having this human experience. That is what you need to know and remember. Keep repeating to yourself. And this is why I really emphasize meditation, because when we meditate, it allows us to withdraw ourselves from all the things that the world taught us that we are and get into meditation and reconnect to our spirit, our power, our truth, our source. Okay. All right, that's the first key. The second key is self-awareness, right? In order for us to have a mindset of faith and flexibility and to embrace all that life happens, we need to be aware of what our mind is doing. Oftentimes, we might be rushing, we might not be breathing, we might be feeling anxious, we might be feeling guilty. It's because our mind is thinking thoughts that evoke these emotions. But I don't think anybody wakes up and be like, I want to feel depressed today. I want to feel guilty today. I don't think we're waking up and saying that. But it's because we're not aware what our mind is doing that we're feeling this way. So we have to build a level of self-awareness to know what is our mind doing, so that way we can make our mind, our thoughts, think the thoughts that we want to think. So that way those thoughts are going to make us feel the way we want to feel. Right. And with that feeling good, we do good. Okay. So we build that self-awareness of what our mind is doing, what our thoughts are doing through meditation, through mindfulness, right? Through detoxing our body. So that way we can release old programming, going to therapy, addressing our traumas, all these things that are running in the background of your mind. We got to release those things, and we got to build our conscious awareness to know what our mind is doing at all points in time. Okay. The next piece is self-love. Okay. Self-love. We have to practice self-love. Thank you, Yvonne. Yes, we have to practice self-love. This includes our words, our thoughts, and our actions. Right. When you begin to love yourself, the other day I realized, I was like, until you love yourself, you will never know the love of the Most High, of God or the universe, whatever term you use. You can't know God unless you love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you ever say that you love the Creator, Source? Because you are Source. You are an extension of Source. Right? So you have to be able to see yourself the same way you go outside and you see a tree, and that tree has brown leaves, it has green leaves, it has some shriveled up leaves, it has some bark falling off, it's got some beautiful bark. You're not judging all those parts of the tree. The tree is a tree. You are you. There is only one of you. There is only one version in which God has expressed itself through you. And as you are perfect as you are. Even if there's some certain things you want to evolve out of. All right, right now you are perfect because you are the only sole representation of you in this world. So we have to allow ourselves to speak words of love over ourselves, right? And this is that conscious awareness comes in. Speak words of love over yourself, right? Affirm yourself. Whenever you find yourself having a negative thought or doubting yourself or looking in the mirror, criticizing yourself, take a moment and say, you know what? Even though I don't believe it right now, you know what, Makita, I'm proud of you. You know, I see you working hard. You're beautiful. You look so beautiful today. I see your heart right. Take time to do this and do this in the mirror. I know it's hard, but I'm not going to tell you how to do nothing that I did not have to do in my own healing journey. Okay. But practice words of self-love, practice thoughts of self-love. If you have a negative thought, challenge a negative thought and then follow with the actions of self-love. If you've been telling yourself for the past years, you'll start that podcast, but you keep denying it, that's a lack of love. It's showing that you don't care about your needs. It's showing that you can't be trusted, right? Those actions mean, you know, taking care of your vessel, right? Taking care of your body and acting on those dreams and those desires, setting healthy boundaries, sis. Not everybody deserves to be in proximity to you. Set those boundaries with yourself and with others. Okay. Another part of self-love is accepting fear. Okay. We're going to be afraid of certain things. But because we love ourselves so much, we are going to give ourselves the life that we desire. We are not going to get to the end of our lives and not unlock what is truly within us. Because if we don't, the world will suffer. Because like I said before, there's only one of you. There's only one of you. And what is meant to be done in this world by you can only be done by you. And we need you, sis. And I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's scary. But know that you are supported in that journey. You don't have to walk it alone. And that brings me to my last part, is a supportive environment. Connect yourself with a network like Blaze. Connect yourself with a community like the Soul Powerful Wellness community. Connect yourself with positive friends and whatever it is. Create a safe environment in your home, right? Create a supportive environment that reminds you that you are safe. So that way you can let that guard down and you can let that light come out and you can receive the love and the support that is all around you. You don't have to walk around afraid, looking down, closed off from the world. This is you. Everything is connected. Everything is source, right? But we walk around so cut off from our power because we are afraid. We're afraid we don't have enough time. We're afraid we don't have enough resources. We're afraid that we're not enough. We're not pretty enough, smart enough, thin enough, skin, whatever it is, right? Create an environment around you that supports you, that makes you feel safe, right? Put your affirmations on the wall, right? Whatever it is, okay? So create that supportive environment. So just to recap, it was know thyself, self-awareness, self-love, and a supportive environment, right? And these are major pieces to developing that mindset of flexibility and faith that allows us to live what we were supposed to live, to receive the blessings that are meant for us. Because when we do these steps, we operate in our truth. And your truth is a certain energy, it's a certain vibration, that it's a certain song that only you sing. And that song that only you sing is going to bring forth beautiful things into this world that only you can bring forth. And you are very much supported in that because you are the extension of source, embodied in this beautiful melanated woman's body, okay? With all that you come with. All right. Okay, so I will wrap it at that. And then we were going to move into some meditation. And this meditation will be an opportunity for you to connect to your power, for you to feel safe, to let that guard down, to relax. And just for this moment, sis, take a break. This is all you got to do right now. This is all you have to do right now. Just be here in this moment. Give yourself this moment. Arrive here in the present moment. Get out of your head. Be here in this moment. Okay. And relax. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Don't worry. Just know that there is a reason why you are here. Everything in your life has led to this very moment. So you are here and you are always on the path. You are always on time and you are always guided. So you've been guided here for a reason. Okay, so I invite you to take a moment to relax, to let whatever comes up come up, right? And to start the meditation, we'll do some deep breathing. So if you want to sit on the floor like I am, if you want to lay down in your bed, if you want to sit in a chair with your feet flat on the ground, whatever is comfortable for you. Okay. And as we meditate, I'll be guiding it, but just allow yourself to relax. I'll bring in some sounds, some healing vibrations, right? Some vibrations that are intentionally programmed to make you feel safe. Because when we feel safe, we drop the guard, we drop the division, and we allow ourselves to reconnect to source, to love, and to our power. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. And just take this moment. We'll take this moment to just be still, to be silent, to acknowledge all of those who've come before us and those who will come after, to acknowledge all of the moments that have come before this moment. I just want you to take a moment to be still, be present with yourself. In this moment of stillness, I want you to begin to take your focus to your breath. And I'm going to guide you through some breathing techniques that are going to allow you to feel really relaxed. Maybe more relaxed than you've ever felt in your life. You'll feel relaxed, you'll feel calm, you'll feel open. And if at any point during the meditation that your mind becomes busy, just feel free to take some deep breaths. Don't judge yourself. Just allow yourself to be, knowing that you are enough as you are. So we're going to do the deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose. We'll take a deep breath in, and then we're going to take another deep breath in. We'll hold it for a moment, and then we're going to slowly release out of our mouths. And I want you to allow your mind and body to ease and calm and relax as you release that breath. And we'll do that 3 times. With each breath, you'll feel more relaxed. And again, we relax because that allows us to reconnect to our power, to love, to source. And feel free to close your eyes down or keep them open, whatever is comfortable for you. So when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in nice and deep. Take another breath in through your nose. Holding it just for a moment. And then releasing it out. Just noticing how you feel. We're going to do that 2 more times. When you're ready, go ahead and take that deep breath in. Another sip of air in. and then release it out. Feeling more at ease, feeling more relaxed, feeling safe in our bodies, feeling safe in this moment. Do that one more time. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Another sip in. And then let it release. As we release, we settle into ourselves. We settle into this moment. Feeling a sense of ease and peace. I want you to just begin to breathe in and out of your nose at a rhythm that is comfortable for you. Deepening that breath whenever you need to. But just welcoming in the sense of peace and ease, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now in this moment. You have arrived. You have all the time you need. You have arrived. Allow the peace to fill your being. Allow yourself to feel at ease. Allow yourself to feel safe. You can affirm in your mind or out loud, I am safe. I am safe in my body. I am safe in this moment. I am guided and protected. I am supported. I am safe in this body. And as we establish that sense of safety, we connect ourselves to our power to flow in life. We don't have to carry around fear. We don't have to let the fear stop us. Because we can connect to who we are. Connecting to the truth of who you are. Remembering who you are. Letting all of the limiting beliefs dissolve. Letting all of the pressure and the worry dissolve. And I want you to begin to imagine a version of yourself. A version of yourself that is free of pain and fear. That is free of limitation. That is free of any limiting beliefs. And I want you to see her now, continuing to breathe from this place of safety where we are allowed to dream and expand our minds. I want you to see her now. See what she's wearing, see how she moves. What does she smell like? What does she sound like? See her now. Where is she? What is she wearing? her now. And see how she moves so flexibly and how she flows like water. See her grace. See her energy, her confidence. Allow her to take up space. See how she just takes up space. And even when challenges arise, just notice how she flows around them. Almost as if she was floating and flowing. Just notice her in this moment. Continue to observe her. Feel how she feels as she flows her way to victory, to happiness, to satisfaction and bliss. See how she breathes deep breaths. I want you to take a deep breath in. Releasing that love into the world. As she flows and she grows and she expands and she brings her light into spaces, never alone. She knows that she's never alone, and she knows that she is so favored and so loved and protected that she just enjoys life with a level of deep satisfaction, all experiences, never having to hide or run from anything. She knows that all of it is working out for her greater good. Take a deep breath in, filling up and taking up space, moving flexibly, being like water, flowing up and down, left and right, allowing yourself to bend, knowing that everything is working out for you. Just take a moment to be there. And as you see yourself in this version of you, in this moment, we give ourselves grace and compassion as we continue to unlock, as we continue to heal and release. So in this moment, I want you to give yourself permission to release whatever is holding you back. I want you to release those traumas, those debts, those fears, those limiting beliefs. I want you to release it now and let it flow away just like water. Finally, let that thing go. Let the excuses standing in the way of your greatness and your power, let them go, knowing that they can be washed away. And as they wash away, they reveal the truth of who you are, your beauty and your power, and you will continue to do this. And right before your very eyes, this woman that you've seen, she will be, she already is. Take a deep breath in and putting your hand over your heart, as you release. I want you to affirm over yourself, I am enough. I am loved. I am supported. I embrace all of this life. Everything is truly working out for me. I have all of the time that I need. And it is safe for me to take up space. Receiving the power of those affirmations. Bringing our focus back to our bodies. We're going to return to those breaths, taking with us everything in this meditative journey that we just experienced. Allowing this power and everything we've learned in this summit penetrate our being and become our truth. And from this moment on, we walk in a greater level of power and peace and purpose. bending and flowing with life, appreciating all aspects of it, appreciating ourselves. I want you to take a deep breath in, grateful for life, grateful for the breath, and releasing it out. As we coming back into our bodies, take another deep breath in, grateful for this day and this moment to connect as we release. And one more final deep breath in. And as you do so, go ahead and bring your palms together, bringing them to your forehead, reminding us that our thoughts create our beliefs and our beliefs create our reality. So from this moment on, we will think thoughts of peace, power, and prosperity. Bringing our palms down to our lips, reminding us that our words are commandments. So from this moment on, we will only command love, peace, and power over ourselves and others. And finally, bring our palms down to our heart, reminding us that we are love. Love is all around. We are safe. We can drop the guard and allow love in. Ashe, namaste. Thank you. Asante Sana. I hope you all enjoyed that and will join me for meditations like this. Um, I'm here. I'm available to support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Asante sana, Dada.
Of course, Karibu Sana.
Good, so good. Ladies, this is the Q&A portion. The floor is all of yours. I don't want to take any time away from you engaging with Dr. Makita Moore. So hit that hand button at the bottom of the screen if you want to come on stage. I see a few of you already. And drop your question in the Q&A section if you want your question read on stage. First up is Crystal Pollen. You have the mic.
Thank you. Hi, Dr. Makita. Um, so my question is around like the bowls and just like the sound bath experience. I
Mhm.
always think that, oh, like I will buy a bowl for myself and I will do this practice on my own. But I don't know where to start in that space. What would you suggest for folks who are interested in buying bowls? Or like I've seen them and just I'll put it in my cart and be like, well, I don't know. So I would love your take on kind of, does it make sense to do it on your own or should you just kind of work with someone first before, diving in?
Beautiful. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for being here. Beautiful question. Um, go for it, sis. If the inspiration for you came to get the bowls, go for it. You don't need to be trained. You don't need to have someone do it for you. Um, I was gifted my sound. I'm actually borrowing one from because I left mine in Africa, but I was gifted mine, and I didn't do any training. I just started playing it. So whether you do a whole set, because I know it is a financial investment, or you just do bowl by bowl, just order what you want and go for it, and just let yourself be the teacher, right? It's really powerful to have these bowls at home so that way you can attune your energy. There's done tons of different tools out there that can help attune our energy, but these are a really powerful one. So when you can have these at home and play the vibration that you need, it can be very healing for you. So I just encourage you to go out and do it. Especially when you felt inspired, follow your inspiration, follow your intuition. Don't let the limiting beliefs about cost or training get in your way.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to go now to a question in the Q&A box, Dr. Makita. So this one is from Alexis, and she asks, do you hold sessions virtually? If so, how can we connect?
Yes, yes. I'm actually so excited because I just launched my virtual community. It's called the Soul Powerful Wellness Collective. Yes, and we are going to meet Saturdays 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. East Africa time, where I will be doing sound baths and meditation in those sessions. So it's going to be Saturdays at those times. If you want to register, you can visit drmakita.com/soul. So that's makeda.com/soul. Yes, thank you for dropping that in the chat, Casey. Yes, and you can register. It's a subscription-based service. 3 sessions a month for only $33. You get to talk live with me. So in addition to the sound baths, I'll also be providing support. So if you have questions about your mental health, about life, whatever, spirituality, I'll be able to provide that with you one-on-one or in that group setting. Unless you're the only person who shows up that week, then you get a one-on-one session. And then we also do have a virtual community where I share resources for how to live in your power. Thank you for that
So
question.
good. Y'all definitely hit that up. Literally just launched, and so you can be literally founding members of this community. Dr. Makeda Moore has been doing this with us since we launched this initially, our very, very, very first summit, and I definitely do. We feel so safe with her. Like I trust her to go deeply, deeply into a trance and know she'll take care of me. And I hope many of you felt that today as well. Alexis has her hand up too, so I'm going to hand you the mic. You're coming on stage right now, Alexis.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I thought of this after I had asked that initial question, but you, and I've heard this a lot throughout the summit, but you also mentioned kind of leaning into that fear and embracing fear. I feel like I've done that here this week by speaking when a fear of mine is public speaking. But what are some other techniques that we can enact when, we're feeling fearful that don't, help us not hold back and kind of lean into the fear?
Absolutely beautiful question. And yes, sis, give it up for Alexis for walking through that fear and speaking. I'm so proud of you, sis. Because that's definitely was one of my fears as well. And there's times where the fear does come up. One of my favorite tools is taking a deep breath. Just take a deep breath, right? When you feel that throat getting tight, you feel the heart racing, the body temperature raising, right? Because just doing that, it's a physical thing that our body does when it's safe. And fear is just a feeling of feeling unsafe. So when you take that deep breath, you can bring back that sense of safety, right? And then you maybe want to follow that with an affirmation, right? You're okay. You're good. You can speak up right now. You can express yourself. I am enough, right? Whatever you need to affirm yourself. And then also take time to visualize, like we did in the meditation, visualize that ultimate version of yourself, that version of you who doesn't allow fear to stand in her way, and continue to rehearse that version, because we have these things in our brain called mirror neurons, and they become what they see. So if you're constantly exposing yourself, this is why vision boards work. So if you're constantly exposing yourself to this vision of you that she doesn't allow fear to stop her, and she's free and expressive, she can walk on any stage and command the room, eventually that will come to be. And your brain will start to seek out opportunities to make that happen. You'll feel more calm because in your brain, you've already kind of rehearsed being that. It doesn't really know the difference between an imagined reality versus a lived one, right? So that's why it's so important to be mindful of what our thoughts are doing. Because if we're imagining things going wrong, right, then that's how we're going to feel. And, we're going to live out more things going wrong. So taking that breath, affirming yourself, and visualizing that version of you. And then, of course, when opportunities come up to speak, you say yes. Because I rather go through the discomfort of being nervous and speaking than the discomfort of living in this very shrunken version of myself when I know I could be all of this, right? Like I said, pain is inevitable, but you can choose your pain. The pain of regret and not living in your truth, or the pain of going through it, the embarrassing moments, the slip ups, whatever it is. Either way, we're going to have pain. Beautiful question, Alexis.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And I did want to say our next Soul Powerful meditation and mindset session is tomorrow. So if you want to be a part of that, this past month I've been opening up the community for free. So if you do want to be a part of that, feel free to DM me on Instagram at Dr. Makeda, or email me at Soul Powerful Wellness or Soul Powerful Collective at gmail.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Dr. Makeda. And here's another question. This one is from China Bailey. She says, you mentioned setting boundaries before you began. Did it come natural to set healthy boundaries with others, or did you have to train your mind for it?
Ooh, beautiful question. It did not come natural. It did not come natural because you're looking at someone who did not love themselves, who did not feel like they were beautiful, did not feel like they were intelligent, who did not feel like they were enough. I was letting anybody come into my space. I didn't understand that from a spiritual perspective, right? So I had to develop that over time. And I feel so comfortable in setting boundaries because I know who I am. And I know not everybody deserves to be in my space. And I also know that I can set boundaries with myself because I need rest, right? I can't be working all night and not give myself rest, right? Or I can't be eating crazy and then have an upset stomach. No, right? So the boundaries comes out of the self-love piece, right? And if you're still developing that self-love, then you want to kind of say, am I feeling safe right now? And if the answer is no, you want to say, okay, well, I'm gonna set a boundary. And people aren't gonna like the boundaries you set, but you have to choose your peace over what other people think, right? They're not going to like it, but just go ahead and set that boundary for yourself. And there's tons of videos on YouTube about how to set boundaries. Because I know we're short on time, but there's tons of videos on YouTube about how to set boundaries. But just know that you are worthy in setting those boundaries. Start by setting boundaries with yourself, by saying no to things. If you don't want to go out, say no. If you don't want to do this work task, say no. You are worthy of setting those boundaries. And over time, it will become more and more comfortable, right? Sometimes you might need to write it down. Like, you want to set a boundary with a friend or a employer, you might need to write that script down, exactly what you're going to say, and you can read it off. And then eventually, over time, you'll get more and more comfortable setting those boundaries. But yeah, I definitely had to develop it over time, but it's necessary.
Yeah. And that's good, Dr. Makita. Like, it brings me to just like, as much as I've grown in like loving her, I talk to myself in third person. So I'm like loving her and like setting boundaries. Like, I see that I have to continue to set boundaries, right? Like, I'm in a space right now. My team hears it all the time where I have newer boundaries for myself. It's just like, actually, now I'm in another place of feeling like I have to love myself more and pull back more and be even more restful, right? So this does not stop, right? Especially as our impact grows, right? Like, every level goes higher, but it means, yeah, like, we have to reset pretty often, right?
Absolutely. And I see that Alexa says setting boundaries set me free. Absolutely. When you set boundaries, your cup isn't going to be getting leached out of, right? You're going to feel more flexible because you're not constantly being bumped into and taken advantage of and all these things. So when you set those boundaries, it does set you free. Absolutely.
That's right. And I'm gonna like, yeah, we are short on time. I think it's the most in the questions. I see two more hands, so I'll get to you, Ahira, and then Auntie Yvonne. Let me show one more question on the stage. This one has upvotes on it too. So this is from Christina King. She asks, when suffering feels like a long lost relative, a dependable friend, how do you fully let it go and keep it at bay when life takes you down through the upside down place?
Yes. Wow. I'm so glad you brought that part up because suffering, it can feel so familiar, right? Depression feels so familiar. It's been rehearsed chemically in the body. So even though it doesn't feel great, it's familiar. And sometimes we'll choose familiar over feeling good, right? Because that's unknown. Feeling good is unknown, right? So when suffering is like a confidant or a family member, you have to realize, you have to ask yourself, well, why am I choosing to suffer, right? Because there are better feelings out there, right? Maybe you feel like someone hurt you, or maybe you're afraid of what you will have to face in order to relieve yourself of that suffering. Maybe you're afraid that once you get out of that suffering, it means you really take responsibility for your life, and that can be scary and unknown. So if you're in that space where it's hard for you to let go of the suffering because you don't know anything else, I would say definitely get some support, whether it's with a therapist, a life coach, or a supportive community, because you want to begin to expose yourself to a new reality, right? If you're suffering, create a list of enjoyable activities and then just start working down that list. Expose yourself to other emotions because you deserve it, and take time to meditate so that way you can reconnect to a feeling of safety and relief, and you can rehearse that, right? Because right now you have a very strong habit of suffering that's ingrained in your cells, and you want to begin to break that apart and build a new association. Yeah. Yeah, it can be hard. So definitely get support. Do not underestimate the power of depression, anxiety, trauma, suffering. Don't underestimate the power. Get the support you need and realize you deserve it. You really deserve it.
Man, and this is another really quick good one though in the Q&A box, Dr. Makita. It says, "Is it normal to be crying during the session? Is that a release of something?"
Yes, absolutely. Maybe you felt safe for the first time in a long time, you know? You opened up space for something to let go, to let it know that it is okay. So yes, I'm so grateful that you allowed yourself to release. Yes, beautiful.
Okay. Ahira, I'm bringing you to the stage. You have the mic.
Hello, Dr. Makita. Thank you so much for um, introducing me to sound bowls. I really do appreciate it. One question that I have, I'm somebody who really is very connected when it comes to energy. And when we see products, we're like, oh, I want to buy this. How did you necessarily select the sound bowls that you work with? Because I know I could just type on Amazon and type in sound bowls, but I'm
Mhm.
very cautious, as you said, about about energy itself. Not everybody should have access to it. So I'm just kind of wondering, was something of this nature, especially when it's connected to our higher self, how is one supposed to go about selecting a sound bowl that resonates with them?
Absolutely. Beautiful question, Ira. So like I said, mine were a gift to me, but one thing I did specify, because my sister got them for me for my birthday, was I wanted the 432 frequency. So this is like the God frequency. It's a very good vibration, a good healing vibration. So there are different sound bowls out there, but not all of them are programmed to that frequency. So I specifically selected that frequency. And then, of course, once you get your sound bowl set, you want to cleanse the energy of them. You know, want to sage them, get some Palo Santos, and then you want to set your intention with them. Okay. And whenever you take them out, cleanse them. If you want to put certain crystals around them, you could, keep your energy, maintain your energy that way as well. But yeah, definitely look for like a frequency that resonates with you, the 432. Um, Eventually I'm gonna have an Amazon store where I'm gonna connect to a reputable crystal sound bowl distributor. But also, if you can find some in person, right? Go out in person and see what kind of resonates with you. But most times they are online. So,
Does Thank you. Just really quick, does the bowl have the same intention every time, or do you switch it and intentions depending on what the bowl is
mhm.
speaking with?
So the set that I have, and this one is two, but this one isn't my set. It's a chakra bowl. So it's a bowl for each of the seven primary chakras from the root to the crown chakra. So
Hmm.
that is the vibration that the bowl was created to emit.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm in a calm state right now. That's why I sound I'm a little ooh, but I feel it good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ahira. So good. And then I'm bringing you on stage, Auntie Yvonne. We have about 60 seconds, 90 if we squeeze it really, really well. But bring you on stage. You have the mic.
Hi, Dr. Makita. Um, First of all, yes, I cried. Second of all, I felt a lot of around my eyes. And I was going to ask the question about frequency. So thank you, Hiram.
Mhm.
Um, how does that tie in?
Mhm. I don't know. I don't know. The what I have learned is that different body parts, there is some spiritual aspect of it, right? Beyond the physical. Maybe it could mean that, removing the glasses and allowing yourself to, release any tension there. Maybe you need to gaze at the sun. Maybe you carry a lot of tension there. Maybe it can represent, your vision, right? Allowing yourself to really trust your vision that you have. So when it comes to the spirit realm, it could be tons of different things. that it could represent. But I would always trust yourself and know. Did
Mhm.
anything come up for you?
Yeah,
Mm, I
I
would trust.
felt me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
felt me.
Mm.
We're gonna be all right.
Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. And know that. Know that is
Mhm.
so true. Thank you,
Thank
Yvonne.
you.
Blessings to you.
Thank you so much, Auntie Yvonne. She said, I felt me.
Yeah.
That's deep now.
That gave me chills.
Me too. That, oh, anyway. Oh, that's deep now. I felt me.
Mm.
Uh, Dr. Makita, you are light, you are love. The epitome of it. Thank you so much for safely journeying us to ourselves every summit. Thank you for always answering the call with yes and showing up so beautifully. I love you very much. I appreciate you so much, and you teach me without words. Your frequencies teach me, our engagements teach me every time we interact. So thank you for being you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all for giving me purpose.
Touche. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right, y'all. That is the end of session one of the final day, day 5 of the Blaze Virtual Summit, day 5 of the Blaze Virtual Summit. We are going into a session that is going to give a lot of vocabulary to a lot of these questions you have, including the ones that Auntie Yvonne just had, right? It is called Leadership and Whole Health. Health. Leadership and Whole Health. There is an interplay. There is a spiritual part of it, right? And so, my favorite scientist, Denicia Hilton Harper, she's going to do a workshop on this. We will be dropping a workbook in the chat that you can actually use during her workshop session, right? So that you don't have to put notes on the side. You can actually use this workbook. It is called Leadership and Whole Health. Really quickly, COO, do you have anything you want to say as we journey into our last 2 sessions of the Blaze Virtual Summit? Anything from your end?
Hi everyone. No, nothing much besides, man. I mean, I feel like I'm a little loud now because I was just so calm, but now I'm on stage, so I want to, perk up a little bit. But I just feel so grounded. I feel so grateful. Shout out to my great Aunt Deb if you're on right now. I got a message from her this morning that she's been on this whole week and has loved every bit. Is going to replay all of the different sessions. But yeah, I'm just really, really grateful. I hope you all continue to enjoy the summit. And I won't take too much time, but I'm with you all throughout the rest of this day. So I'm excited for the last day. Last day, best day. That's it, Casey.
Last day, best day. I appreciate you, COO. That's my right hand, y'all. Listen. She keeps me together. All right. See you in the next session. It is a workshop called Leadership and Whole